Not getting much coverage. I should look for more towers to activate.
Superhero bozos blocking sidewalks. Worse than tourists. Enough of the freaking show. Later, Spiderman.
As I warned, Nostradamus-like, after Spider-Man recklessly took down Wilson Fisk without preparing for the consequences, our streets are now filled with aspiring gangsters, each trying to out-psycho the other. My next guest is lucky to have survived an armed robbery. Sir, we're glad you're okay.
Thanks. It was nuts. These dudes walk in like they own stuff.
Shh! Can't take us all! Crap! Here! They just got more in. Open fire!
Huh. Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in check. Good old Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot. That'll do it. Map should be recalibrated now. Haven't done much photography since quitting the Bugle. Forgot how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks to shoot. Huh, it's Mr. Lee. Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Okay, got some time to kill. Let's see what's happening out in the city. I gotta stop that car. Please tell me your horn plays Dixie.
Hold fire. Let's see what Spider-Man can do.
Now that's just rude. Yes. More of them? For criminals, these guys have an impressive social circle.
Hey, just got already. Open fire!
Glad I stopped that. Too many crazy drivers in the city as it is. Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter, we're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Cool, I'm on my way.
Hey, before you go, can you sign this for my kid?
Outside of the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway near Calling all units. Robbery in progress. Suspects are armed. Nearby officers, please proceed to the Bryant area.
Keep fighting.
We reserve the right to refuse service and knock out any criminals. Says so right. Hi, Mr. Muggins. This is about the rent.
Mr. Parker, this call serves as your third and final warning. Eviction proceedings.
Wait, I get paid at the end of the week. I get...
Eviction proceedings will start Friday unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day. texted Yuri to pick these guys up. Wish there was a Spidey emoji. I could never get...
Attention units, we've got reports of muggings in the area. Nearby officers, please proceed to the Bryant area.
That's it? I feel like... The holdup guys are phoning it in lately. Along the northbound side of the Brooklyn-Queens Expressway.
All units, we have received reports of a break-in. Officers near Vanderbilt, be advised.
Got an 11.
Would you look at that? Half the crime tower's back up already.
When Spider Cop's on the job, come hell or high water, the job gets...
Nope. Nope.
She'd never admit it, but the chief was warming up to Spider Cop. His casual disregard for by-the-book thinking was a breath of fresh air. She'd come around. Someday.
Hey, we don't need you here right now, all right?
Queens Expressway near Atlantic Avenue. Please
Active robbery in progress. Please mobilize on Museum Mile.
Support your local businesses by not robbing them, please! Fist brought all the small time. Ooh, love that shot.
Regards from the Kingpin.
Even the rats are stuck.
If I was you, I'd run.
I better be more careful with my adoring public.
Attention units, 1034. Repeat, assault reported. Officers needed Atlantic Hill. Over.
Assault in progress. Gotta stop it. Try and guess how I feel about bullies. I love laying out bullies.
Attention unit. We've got reports of a mugging. Officers needed in Central Park.
Muggers. Got it is on.
Jim!
Go back down, Spider-Man! Keep it up, Spidey!
Always nice to stop a mugging. Gotta stay strong in the fundamentals.
Thank you!
Nice. Beautiful. Car wreck down there. Bad one. People could be injured.
Thank you.
Spider-Man.
Don't panic. I'm here. Everyone's safe. I should let fire and rescue do their jobs.
Attention units. Robbery reported. Suspects are armed. Officers needed in Koreatown.
Support your local businesses by not robbing them, please!
Open fire! What are we supposed to do against that?
Good old-fashioned holdup. Vintage crime stopping right there. Gotta split before the cops get here. Never know how— Tried mixing up a prototype web fluid at Oscorp while Harry had his internship there. Didn't work. That place has always been bad luck for me. Now, where did I put my bag? Mr. Lee's probably in the kitchen getting ready for the party.
So, I got the job.
Man, was I ever a dork. Well, we all have an awkward phase. So I was into horses. Wasn't everybody at some point? Miss you.
I could patch these shoes. They'll last a while yet.
Veteran homelessness is down, but still way too high. Good thing my buddy Flash Thompson's doing his best to fix that.
I never used to feel safe at the other shelter. At this one, I have never had a problem. There's always someone
Hey, Martin, so sorry I'm late.
You were right on time. Just keep her distracted while we get everything ready.
You got it. Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
Peter, what a nice surprise.
Need some help?
Yeah, sure. Oh, there are some heavy
No,
boxes.
no. I mean, not yet. I mean, I came to, I just wanted to talk.
Okay. Okay. Peter, are you in trouble? Do you need money?
No, I mean, I'm a little behind on my rent, but no, I'm fine.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's crazy.
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
She is, but...
The two of you would make some beautiful
Wow!
babies. Peter. What is it? Come on. You can tell me.
These past few years, you helping me through college and working here, and sacrificing so much and asking for nothing. I just wish there were more people like you in the world.
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here and told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, May, for everything. Here's to many more years of service.
Thanks again for setting all this up.
Oh, I just wish I could do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help someone...
You help everyone. Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
Oh, I gotta run. Thanks again for the party and everything. It really means a lot. Voicemail from Yuri. Should check it outside.
Spiderman and the NYPD had moved in, which lasted much longer than police had hoped. However, once things quieted down, it wasn't long before Fisk himself was seen being escorted out of the building, handcuffed and in custody. This marks a big win for police and the first major takedown for Fisk.
It means a lot to May how much you trust her.
She's earned it. I couldn't have expanded these centers without her running this one so well.
May kept Uncle Ben's clothes a long time. It's like he was still looking out for her.
Oh, Peter, I just started a mystery novel you might like.
To provide support in taking down the Kingpin himself. We will keep you up to date and report back with any further information.
What about my dog?
No problem. But always on a leash and never in the kitchen area.
Voicemail from Yuri.
Hey, silent alarm at the auction house holding Fisk's estate sale just tripped. Could you check it out? Quietly? I don't want to make a scene if it's nothing.
Fisk estate sale. Sounds fun. Wonder what the Kingpin had hidden in his closets.
All units on alert. We have a possible kidnapping.
Great. Forgot how much I love photography.
Peter, I lost track of you at the party.
Yeah, I had to get to the lab. Sorry.
Don't apologize. I just wanted to tell you how much what you said meant to me. I always wonder if I'm doing right by you.
Well, stop wondering. After losing my parents and Uncle Ben, there are so many times I would have fallen apart if not for you.
Well, that works both ways, Peter. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
May, I don't know what to say.
Oh, I think Mr. Lee needs my help. I should go. See you soon, dear. I love you.
Love you too.
All units, narcotic sale reported in progress. Location is south of Houston.
Wouldn't be New York without a seedy drug deal.
Papers, let's go kill him! Get the spider!
Oh, come on, fellas. You can't keep ducking income tax like this.
I can't believe what I'm seeing! Break your bow!
Nothing puts a pep in my step like halting an illegal drug deal. I gotta stop that car.
Don't make us use force! We're right over here!
Please tell me your horn plays Dixie.
No Spider-Man! Every street punk thinks they're the next Fisk!
Well, that's just rude. See ya. More of them? For criminals, these guys have an impressive social circle. Gotta give that wheelman props. Manhattan rush hour is no joke. Use these. Cool window, but I always get the feeling something strange is going on in that place. Empire State University, the old alma mater. And holder of my student loans. Love it.
Got a picture. Okay.
units, got another assault in progress. Officers needed on scene in Roseville.
Masterpiece. Only cowards assault a helpless person like that. Is this the mosh pit? Great!
Spider-Man, go! No, come on!
Live by the beatdown, die by the beatdown.
Thank you. You're gonna kill me.
All units, 10:30. Armed robbery in progress. Officers needed at the yards. Please copy.
With this vial of the lizard's blood, I was able to mix up a cure and turn him back into Dr. Connors. Too bad it didn't last. Gentlemen, afraid I've got to ask you to leave the store. Resting Fist brought all the small-timers out of the woodwork.
Spider-Man.
Probably better if I'm not here when the...
Services is en route.
This article blaming Spider-Man for electro-killing cops was the last straw. I had to quit taking pictures that helped Jameson print lies about me.
units, report of a narcotics sale in progress. Report came from the vicinity of Riverside.
55 on the east-south side of the Manhattan Bridge at Flatbush Avenue.
Spider-Man! Cover the product!
Ah, you guys are like little kingpins in training. So
I'll break your bow!
drugs are maybe my most disliked criminal activity. Definitely top 5. Yuri said quietly. Better find a back way in.
I am losing patience. Where is the file?
There's someone else here. They must have taken it.
Those masks. Who are these guys?
There's no one here but us. We will find the file, or you will die.
This is bad. They'll kill her if I alert them. Need to pick them off silently. Yuri, the silent alarm was legit. Masked gunmen and a single hostage. Looks like a heist in progress.
Copy that. Sending units your way. Keep the situation from getting worse in the meantime.
Can do. Gotta do this quietly. Don't want to alert the others.
听见有声音，这城市很臭。
They always look so cozy whipped up like that. Should web him from above. Whoa, careful. You stay quiet now.
我累了，去那边看看，交给我。
Someone's coming. They'll see me down here.
有人倒地，一定是蜘蛛。
Patience wears thin.
Someone else is here. I swear. She must have the file.
If they're here, where are they?
眼睛睁大点，有开了。
谁在那儿？
这儿没人，继续查。谁在那？
Nap time.
搜查。
Hey, what is that? This totally belongs to...
Don't move.
Buddy, if I had a nickel for every don't move...
Hey, Pete.
MJ? What are you doing here?
Same as you. Working. At least, I was.
Oh, I think this is yours.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Robbie's got you covering a break-in for the Bugle?
Well, Robbie doesn't technically know I'm here. And it wasn't a break-in until a few minutes ago.
Huh?
Let me explain.
Excuse me.
Hi, Mary Jane Watson. I'm covering the Fisk estate sale.
Hello. Craig said we'd do this tomorrow.
I like to get a jump on things.
Well, I don't. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, Craig? No, sorry. It looks like we're gonna have to run something else on the cover. I don't know, maybe the expressionist piece?
You know what? I think I can make today work.
Are you sure?
You're here. No moment like the present.
Thank you. Craig? Never mind. We're good.
Let's get started. Look around and familiarize yourself with the items. I'll be waiting by the Baku statue when you're ready to begin.
Can do. I get why Peter does it, but I never totally loved the heroes hiding behind masks thing. Feels like part of being a hero is standing behind your actions. Being willing to say, yeah, that was me. That's the sort of hero I'd want to be, at least. Bet Fisk saw himself in this. A great man willing to do what others wouldn't. Dude had no self-awareness. Symkaria. Weren't they just in the news? Sometimes I feel like the whole history of the world is just boys playing dress-up, getting into fights. Fisk cut Peter open like a pork sausage with this the first time they fought. Pete got away, collapsed in my yard half dead, and I had to steal my dad's car to drive him to the ER. The first of many Nurse MJ moments. Too many. I remember when Fisk started illegally importing artifacts like this. He bought the local harbor to cover his tracks and laid off the old staff, including my dad. Wish Dad was here now to see how the tables have turned. I can't get over this image. So much tension between these two figures. Kyoto. So beautiful. Part of me wishes I could drop everything and travel the world. But life and...
Let me know when you're ready to begin.
Sounds good. Brought hidden crimes to light. We got an old school investigative journalist over here. I like her. always hated this cane. So tacky. What did Fisk call this? Vanessa?
Starting with the prize, a one-of-a-kind Kakemon Baku.
Oh, beautiful. It's a Mifune?
Correct. Mr. Fisk has exceptional taste.
Did you know him well before his arrest?
In a professional context. I handled many of his sales. Let's move on, please. Now, this exquisite piece exemplifies the traditional Tarashikomi puddled ink effect.
The two Neo are so imposing. I can see why Fisk liked this piece. Definitely his style.
He loved the duality. Destruction screams, but creation toils in silence.
Was there ever anything irregular in any of the sales you handled for him?
No. No, of course not. Not that I was aware of. Notice the intricate gold inlay on this ceremonial tea set.
It's just... a friend in the DA's office mentioned that Fisk used art sales to launder stolen goods.
I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, I know. I was just wondering, now that he's arrested, if you had ever noticed anything strange.
You know what? I'm actually running short of time. Why don't we grab the cover photo while we can?
When I told my DA friend I was doing a piece on you, he mentioned your name was familiar.
Just the photo, please. Stand right there.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to say, maybe off the record, regarding Fisk's activities?
I don't think your readers would have any interest in... Damn it. Wait here, please.
Wait, I recognize that statue. I gotta get a photo. That shouldn't be here.
Hello? Craig, I'll call you back. My dear, I think it's time for you to go.
Oh, could I use the restroom real quick?
Fine. Follow me.
Thank you. This is a really lovely space.
It is. And this will be the last time you see it. The ladies is around the corner. Be quick.
Of course. Be right back.
Hello, Craig. Funny you should call. Because the reporter you sent is clearly not working the puff piece we agreed upon. No, she's here now.
I've got to get into that back room. If that statue is what I think it is, this just turned into a huge story.
What do you mean he had to reschedule?
Quiet.
If she's not your reporter, who is she, Craig? Who is in my auction house? Oh my god. No, I do not trust you to fix this. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is have Miss Investigative Journalist arrested. And the second thing I'm going to do is collect your head, Craig.
Dang, she's pissed.
It is most definitely a threat. Uh-huh. Sure, Craig.
Pete told me about this. Fisk used it to hide evidence. Why didn't the cops take it? I know this statue opens. But how? That's the Neo behind them. But it looks different. She certainly is cozy with Fisk. He's holding something. Statue can move. Most common pose is latent power. Mouth closed, left arm down, right palm facing forward. Maybe these pieces move. Nice. So close. But a piece is missing. I've seen these before. That's not right. That's it. Norman Osborn. What is this? Devil's breath. What is devil's... What the...
Excuse me, sir. You can't be...
Not good.
Where's the statue?
In there.
把文件找出来。
I was on my way to the exit when I saw you.
You're lucky to be alive.
Says the guy I saved 5 minutes ago. Listen, whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file. But I'll never get it out of here while the place is swarming with them.
Right. Okay, you hide back there. I take out the bad guys. You make a break when it's clear.
Sounds like a plan. Good to see you, Pete.
Yeah, you too. Not exactly how I pictured us meeting again, though.
Funny. It's exactly how I pictured it.
Did she change her perfume? Focus, Pete, focus.
行动
Yes. All right. Of course.
Should clear these guys out before I push forward.
累了，要换班了吗？
Okay, Pete. I'm hidden near the front. Give the word and I'll make a break for it.
Will do. How about that file? What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is, but it seemed to scare Fisk. He compares it to Pandora's box.
Not much shook Fisk. We need to get you and that file out of here. Hang tight. Okay, room is clear. Gotta stay silent. That's all of them.
No! Let me go!
MJ.
Stop!
No. Hide! Not cool with the hostage-taking, guys. Whoa, what is up with that glowy stuff on your hands? Are you guys ghosts? Never fought a ghost before. I mean, I've fought specters, but, you know, technically, specters aren't ghosts. All ghosts are specters, but not all specters are ghosts. You know what I mean? Seems like this is an energy thing, not a ghost thing. All good. Was it workout? Huh. Looks antique. I think I know someone who could help track down where this came from. A job for later.
Cleared out that other room. Hold them for transport.
I just talked to Craig. You are not the reporter he was sending. You don't even work for Heritage Arts.
Never said I did. Hi, Mary Jane Watson, Daily Bugle.
You will not write a word of what you saw
For the
here.
record, what do you know about the file those masked men stole?
I don't...
What about the long history of stolen goods Fisk has laundered at this auction house?
Your editor will be hearing from our attorney.
We got 211 in transport. Heading down to Men's Central. Couple of suspects down here.
Mix? Like the last 6 months never happened? Since when did Mix become Italian?
No idea, but I'm still glad he makes these fries.
Totally. Best in the city.
So, how's the grind at the Bugle?
Well, I just got an all-caps text from Robbie about my so-called antics tonight. So it looks like I'll be meeting with the legal team. Again.
As soon as he reads the article you're gonna write, guaranteed promotion.
So, creepy mask guys. What's your take?
Just another night in the city. What's your take?
I feel like there's a bigger story there. Let's not make this all about business. How's it going with you? Did you get that promotion?
No, but we're on the cusp of something really big.
You know Oscorp would hire you in a heartbeat, right? One phone call to Harry.
Sure, but Dr. Octavius's work will help millions. I'm right where I want to be, right where I should be.
Almost sounds like it's more important than your other job. I've never heard you talk like that before.
A lot can change in 6 months.
Why did you ask me here, Pete?
You know, just dinner between friends.
Friends. Is that what we are?
Maybe we could be, you know, if that's what you wanted.
There's a lot of baggage here.
Yeah, sure, but is that so bad? I mean, baggage can carry good things too, like money and keys, and raspberry lip balm.
Do you remember why we broke up?
This is a trick question, isn't it?
Saved by the siren.
Talk to you later.
Go.
love seeing you two together again. You always were my favorites.
Hey, it's me. What's with the units heading down 3rd?
Looks like our old friend Herman Schultz is at it again.
Shocker. Didn't he just get paroled?
Yeah, well, guess it didn't take.
No worries. Herman's just a big cupcake. I'll have him back in Rikers by bedtime. Just had dinner with my ex after saving her from masked criminals. And now I'm gonna go beat up a maniac who uses shockwaves to rob people. What a perfectly normal life you have, Peter Parker.
Attention units. Need response to a break-in. Any officers near Midtown North, please copy.